Yo, what's up, y'all? Today we're talking about video game tribalism or console wars. Tribalism is not a word that you hear often in the video game community, but it's something I heard in a tweet about how I think it involved Phil Spencer and some other people, and they were talking about how video gamers, core, hardcore video gamers, are often very tribal. So they put themselves into different tribes. So, for example, you have the Nintendo tribe, the Nintendo fans, you have the Sony PlayStation fans, you have the Xbox fans, but there are so many more. There's the PC gamer, and in each tribe there are also sub-tribes. So, when you talk about PC gaming is much bigger than people might think. PC gaming, there are people that actually play PC exclusive games like World of Warcraft or EVE Online, things you can't find on consoles. These people don't tend to be tribal, they just tend to play the games that they love. Then you have the converts, the console gamers that recently turned into PC gaming because they just want higher resolutions and frame rates. So they think they're better than the console gamers. Those are the PC elitists that Dr. Trey81 talked about in one of the best videos on YouTube. And in the Nintendo tribe, you have the handheld fans. They love the Switch. They love the Game Boy line, the DS line. You have the older Nintendo tribe. They grew up on the NES. They don't really like handhelds. These are people like me. I'd rather Nintendo focus completely on console gaming experiences where they try to make the best hardware that is as powerful as it can be without being too expensive. This is what Sony and Microsoft does. I wish Nintendo would do this, but they probably won't ever do this in a million years ever again. As far as the Sony and Microsoft gamers, I think they're pretty united. But then you also have the retro gaming tribe. They don't exclusively play retro games, but that's what they like to talk about. That's what they like to make videos about. Their recent retro gaming hauls. They like to talk about beating their backlogs, beating all the games they haven't beaten. They like to try new games even if they don't really like them. Just because the community likes them, just because a lot of people laud them. So a lot of these gamers are stuck in their brains and they don't really care about fun. They really don't seem to have opinions for themselves. So I'm not saying that tribalism is a good or bad thing. Sometimes you have no choice, but you always have a choice. My point is that if you're a child and you can't afford anything, your parent gives you one system, you're pretty much stuck to that system. But that doesn't mean you have to be a tribes person of that system, of that company. I remember when I was growing up, I had an NES, but my friend got a Genesis, and I didn't hate on the Genesis. Maybe some people did, but I thought the Genesis was really cool, and I wanted one, but not really. If I got one for free, I would be like, oh, thank you, but it wasn't like I was saying to my parents, give me a Genesis. But my friend that got the Genesis, he didn't have an NES, and he was a pretty flaming fanboy of the Sega Genesis. He hated I wouldn't say he hated the NES, but he made fun of the NES once. He got like an Amiga computer or something. I forget, but he once told to me, computer is more expensive than Nintendo. And that really boggled my mind, although the Amiga was more expensive, or it could have been the Commodore 64. He didn't have a lot of fun playing that computer. The NES had all the great games. I guess my point is that tribalism kind of robs you of happiness sometimes. Tribalism may be a defense mechanism to combat jealousy, to combat the feeling of powerlessness when you want something really badly and you can't have it. But as we grow up, I think we need to graduate from tribalism. I have to say that being open to all games, like it's a spiritual thing, is also a tribe. Saying, oh, I have Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Everything. I have everything. I have a computer. I have a phone. Look at me. I'm so enlightened. That is also a tribe. I think the only thing that wouldn't be a tribe is being true to yourself. When your tribe is just one person and you don't try to please anyone but your own heart, not even your ego. Play what you want to play. Play what makes you happy. Tribalism isn't all bad, however. Sometimes tribalism can be a choice. I think limiting yourself to one system or one company can be a nice challenge. And that's what I tried to do last generation with the Wii U. I tried to see, could I be completely satisfied with just playing the Wii U? And the answer was yes. You can do anything you put your mind and heart to. I think as long as you don't put other tribes down, you don't try to destroy other tribes, and being in a tribe promotes your own expansion. Whether you're in a tribe or not, I think everything is relative. Well, thank you for joining me on another video. Have a great day.